has recorded more million-seller record albums than any other performer in history?
Elvis Presley?
Who else? You are right. Ariella Katz. Sorry, we spelled your name wrongly there. It's Ariella Katz. What do you call the technique for preserving animals and showing them as they looked when alive? That is taxidermy. Susie Kovacs. The Vanier Cup is associated with which Canadian college sport?
Basketball?
No, it's football. Paul Olioff. The Marquis of Queensberry rules are associated with which sport?
Tennis?
No, it is boxing. There's the team from Westmount High School. Tom Douglas. In Einstein's famous equation, E equals mc squared, what does C represent? He doesn't know. Velocity of light. Michael Thornhill, who became the first Canadian-born Governor-General of Canada in 1952. That was Vincent Massey. Ravi Aligar, what is the major national currency of Switzerland?
The mark?
No, it's the franc. Andrew Hirsch, who is the Premier of New Brunswick.
Pickford?
No, it's Richard Hatfield. There's the team from Centennial Regional High School in Greenfield Park. These two high school teams are here to play the second game of the third league on Reach for the Top.
Reach for the Top, the game in which some of Quebec's brightest students show their knowledge and powers of quick recall as they compete for scholarships, the CBC Trophy, and the right to compete in the national finals of Reach for the Top in Corner Brook, Newfoundland. All this on Reach for the Top. Hi, everybody, and welcome to our game. I'm Stan Gibbons. Well, we have an exciting game tonight. Westmount against Centennial Regional, and this is the third league. Let's look at the other teams we'll be seeing. Pierre Fall Comprehensive against Laurier McDonald, and Sir Winston Churchill will go against Beaconsfield High School. There are 4 leagues, each composed of 8 teams, and when the 4 league winners have been declared, they will compete for the Quebec Regional Championship. Let's have a look at our judges. Now, both stage-up teachers in Montreal, Arnie Greenberg and Jackie Paul. And the judges' decisions are final. Now here's our quizmaster, again, Bob Cadman.
Thank you, Stan. Thank you, everybody. Well, the teams brought their animals along again. Up top there on Westmount, we have a purple elephant by the name of Wilhelmina. Now, purple is one of the school's colors, so we have purple power up top there. And down below, well, we have a remarkable-looking beast there. That is Monty Robinson. Who's Monty Robinson? Well, there's Monty Robinson. And also from that school, you may have seen the sign in the audience, I survived the Berman Rectangle. Mrs. Berman is one of their teachers. So, we have purple power versus the Berman Rectangle. Let's see who wins. We have some news questions. These are open to 10 points apiece. Name the Hollywood sex queen, Ravi Aligar.
Mae West.
Who died recently, yes. A one-time movie tough guy also died, Paul Olioff.
George Raft.
George Raft. Thousands of people have been killed, Ravi Aligar.
Italian earthquake in Naples.
That is right. A kitchen fire sent smoke, Paul Olioff.
Destroyed the MGM Grand Hotel.
That's right, in Las Vegas. Name the Quebec Police Force constable who was cleared, Joel Margulies.
Robert Lessard.
Yes, that's right, cleared of manslaughter charges. Who was the winner of the game's most valuable born, Ravi Aligar?
Schmidt.
Winston's, Paul Olioff.
Warren Moon.
In the Grey Cup game, yes. After almost 3 years of searching, Le Devoir has chosen a new publisher to succeed Claude Ryan. Who is he? Nobody knows. That is Jean-Louis Roy. The Detroit Red Wings recently fired their coach, Ravi Aligar.
Ted Lindsay.
That is right. And now the score is Westmount 50, Centennial Regional 30. Listen to that crowd. Now we have some short who am I questions. These are all 10 points apiece. This man was a Dutch naturalist born in 1632. In the year 1675, he came up with the term little animals. He saw those little animals as a result of Ariella Katz.
Van Leeuwenhoek?
You are right. Born in Brazil in 1941, this man later became known as the Black Pearl. He became the highest paid athlete in the world, Paul Olioff.
Pele.
Pele, the soccer player. I was born in 1885. My grandfather was a brigadier general in the U.S. Civil War. In 1912, I became the first American to enter the Olympic pentathlon. I was portrayed in a movie from the year 1970. And Paul Olioff.
Jim Thorpe.
No, and have the nickname Old Blood and Guts. Centennial? It's not Stan Gibbons. Centennial, Ravi Alligaard.
Jesse Owens.
No, it's General George Patton. I was the first person to win the Nobel Prize for Physics. I'm a German, Ravi Alligaard.
Einstein, no.
No, and my famous invention was the development of X-rays. Westmount to Ariella Katz.
Becquerel?
No, it is Wilhelm Röntgen, and I was consulting on that one anyway, illegally. Now it's Westmount 70, Centennial 30. And now we have a scramble for you. Scramble for 5 points. Who was the legendary king of medieval Britain about whom many tales? Paul Olioff.
King Arthur.
King Arthur is right. So a 50-point team question, 10 points apiece, dealing with King Arthur. Arthur had several residences. His favorite was a castle in southern England. What was its name? Susie Kovacs.
Camelot.
Camelot. What was the name of his famous magic sword? You're allowed to consult on these. Susie.
Excalibur.
You are right. Name his chief counselor, the great magician. Susie.
Merlin.
Yes. What was the name of his beautiful queen? Susie Kovacs.
Guinevere.
Yes. And who was the greatest knight of the Round Table? Susie.
Sir Lancelot.
Yes, you know you're King Arthur. And now we have a question on inventions or discoveries. Who invented the fountain pen? Joel Margulies. He doesn't know. Michael Thornhill.
Waterman.
Waterman is right. Who developed the periodic table, the arrangement, Ravi Alligaard?
Mosley.
No, the arrangement of chemical, Ariella Katz.
Mendeleev.
Mendeleev. Who invented the phonograph? Ravi Alligaard.
Edison.
Edison. Who first discovered polio vaccine, Ravi? Too much time. Westmount, Joel Margulies.
Salk.
Yes. Who discovered the proton? Ravi.
Bohr.
No, Westmount. Susie Kovacs.
Roentgen.
No, it was Rutherford. Now it's Westmount 145, Centennial 50. Now we're going to find out what you know about Canadian prime ministers. How many of our prime ministers since Confederation have had the first name John? Andrew Hirsch.
3.
No, Westmount, Paul.
4.
It is 4. Now, for 20 points, 5 points each, who were the 4 named John? Andrew Hirsch.
John Abbott. Johnny MacDonald.
I'll have to call time. I'll give you 10 for that. Westmount want to try the other 2. Susie.
John Diefenbaker.
Yes. Have to call time. The other one is Sir John Thompson. We'll give you 5, Westmount. And there's the buzzer winding up this part of the show. And the score. Westmount 160, Centennial Regional 60. So Westmount has a 100-point lead at the end of the first part of the program. We'll go on to our sights and sounds in just a moment. Pictures and music. Don't go away. Watch your screens carefully, both at home and here in the studio, and you're going to see pictures of flowers. Tell me what kind of flower this is. There, Michael Thornhill.
Menzies.
No, Westmount. Paul Olioff.
Carnation.
Carnation. What about these? Anybody? Michael Thornhill.
Marigolds.
Marigolds is right. And what about those, Ariella Katz?
Daffodils.
Yes. How about that? Anybody want to try it, Andrew Hirsch?
Chrysanthemum.
You're right. What is this, Michael?
Rose.
Indeed it is. And how about these, Paul Olioff?
Tulips.
Tulips, they are. Westmount is 190, Centennial Regional is 90 points. Now, when the applause dies down, we're going to play some well-known vocalists for you. Identify these singers. Michael Thornhill.
Bob Seger.
Bob Seger, Against the Wind. Very good. Who's this? It's coming.
I was blinded by the devil, born and already.
Joel Margulies.
Bob Dylan.
Bob Dylan, Safe. Who's this? Michael.
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel, it's still rock and roll to me. And one more. Michael.
Elton John.
Elton John, Little Ginny, you know your music. Westmount is 200, Centennial 120.